In this Sunday evening. I'm Kevin Harlan, excited to share the broadcast table tonight with Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And we'll hear from Allie LaForce on the sideline. And here's a look at some numbers for Tyrese Maxey.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
Looking at the starting 5 for the Atlanta Hawks. Filling the perimeter slots are Daniels and Rizachet. Johnson and Okongwu man the post positions. And it's Young in at the point. And for Philadelphia. In the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. Oubre out there with Paul George. And it's Embiid in at center. RJ will be keeping an eye on the front courts in this one, specifically the matchup at the center position.
Yeah, and let's remember, there were some years where people thought centers were becoming obsolete, and now they might be the most important position in this league.
Now, here's George. And it's Rizachet with the rebound. And Young kicks to Johnson. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Okongwu. And Embiid pulls it down. Oubre, left side. Pass to George. Maxey against Young. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Continuing to work. No give from Maxey, even amongst the bigs.
And here's Daniels. It's Young on the wing. Over Maxey. Okongwu. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. To the paint. Here's Young. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And although he's smaller, Young willing to battle inside and shows you he can score through contact.
It seems to be an overlooked part of Trae Young's game, but GA, he's led the NBA in total assists a few times.
No doubt. You initially think about Trae shooting, scoring, but he also runs the offense really well and wants to facilitate.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks, guys. No doubt that a healthy Kristaps Porzingis is still a unicorn for what he can bring to a team. When Atlanta pulled the trigger to bring him in, they envisioned him stretching the floor, and Porzingis has opened up about recovering from the illness that sidelined him during the 2025 NBA playoffs. Guys, the Hawks are hoping he can be the player that helps get them back into the postseason. Their entire 2025-26 regular season hinges on KP.
He is a big factor. All right, Johns, thanks for the update. Edgecombe, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse. He knows they're in for a tough matchup against Trae Young. Coach told me Trae is an offensive savant, but we have to find a way to disrupt his game. We're going to throw some length at him, pick him up once he crosses half court, and pound him on every possession. Guys, back over to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Now, here is Young. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game. And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That's his first foul. Pass to Rizachet.
Yeah, that's 2 really unproductive trips in a row ending in turnover. Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Now Young. He had 25 points last game. Here's Okongwu. Now Rizachet. Young for 3. Drains the three-pointer. Young's got his second bucket of the night.
And defensively, you have to stay connected to Young at all times.
Maxey on the wing, defended by Young. Just 5 to shoot. Maxey kicks to George. Cans it from downtown. George has got 5 points so far.
That last three must have bothered George a little bit. He goes to the arc with a purpose and fires off his answer.
Now, here is Young. 6 points for him. Pass to Okongwu. Back to Young. Tyrese Maxey grabs the miss.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
George, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
The 76ers have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Young against Maxey. Count that one.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
The Hawks trailing. Riza with it. This game he had 10 points. And it's Okongwu slamming it down.
And this kid, Riza, is a team-first kind of player, willing to give it up to the open man.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
Boy, they looked like they were asleep on that end of the floor. No one was talking. No one was paying attention. Yeah, it was rough.
Now Daniels, after the missed 3 from Tyrese Maxey. Here's Young. He has 6. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Oubre outside. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Maxey on the wing. Here's Embiid. Okongwu grabs the board.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
The 76ers trail by 3. To the middle. That's good from Edgecombe on the assist by George.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
For Atlanta, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Here's Young. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
And he has flat out taken over this quarter. Keep feeding the beast.
Now, here's Maxey. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game. Pass to Edgecombe. And it's off from three-point range. The Hawks leading by 3. Here's Young. And Okongwu has it in the corner. Drills the three-pointer. Okongwu's now got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Philadelphia has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by.
This is why they feed Embiid. His teammates trust his ability to get the job done.
Now, here is Young. He's got 10. Inside. Okongwu, the pass to Johnson. RJ, the front end of a back-to-back. As a player, it's got to pose an additional challenge physically to get through these stretches.
Oh, yeah, it's a grind. This is a physical sport we play. In your body, it just has to be ready when you start the season.
And he knocks down the first one.
And what I love about Jalen Johnson, just, how versatile he is. And the scary part, This guy is still improving. He's got another level to get to.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Edwards, he's checked in for Kelly Oubre. Quentin Grimes comes in for George. And Jared McCain subbed in for Edgecombe. Maxey against Young. Here's Grimes. Drops in the tray.
Unselfish play by Maxey. He's learned to get his teammates involved.
And here's Young. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game. Pass to Daniel. Three-pointer. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. Young's got 3 assists now in this one.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Maxey deciding where to go with it. Pulls from the top of the key. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got his 4th rebound in this one. Daniels dishes to Johnson. Now Daniels. He had 13 points in the win against Cleveland. Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
And Philadelphia has possession. After the basket by Atlanta. Here's Grimes. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
The Hawks leading by 5. Rizachet up top. He's guarded by Grimes. And it's Rizachet missing. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Pass to Maxey. And here's Embiid. Misses the 3. Embiid's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Here's Young. He's covered by Maxey. Okongwu with a screen on Maxey. 6 to shoot. Shots good from Young.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. George is checked in for Maxey. Zinkas, he's checked in for the Hawks. Alexander Walker comes in for Daniel. On defense, the Hawks. They lead by 7. Johnson with the block.
Phenomenal rim protection right there by Johnson. This is the kind of defense this team is starting to expect from him.
Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. And some young promise in the backcourt for Philadelphia.
Maxey already an all-star. Jared McCain looks to continue his promising start. And Quentin Grimes, a revelation last season. And let's not forget, number 3 pick B.J. Edgecombe. They are loaded at guard.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Drummond's checked in. Now, here is George. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn. Clock at 2. Shot by Grimes. No good. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Atlanta Hawks. 7-point differential. Offensive rebound. And Porzingis throws it down hard.
The height of Porzingis gives him an edge on that offensive glass, and he uses it.
We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter of the game. George with the screen on Young. Here's McCain. A putback. Okongwu grabs the board.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
And Okongwu slams it in.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, they're in control on both ends of the court, and it's always impressive when you build a double-digit lead in the first quarter.
Here's George after the basket by Atlanta. He rips it and jams it right over Porzingis. Wow!
What a move by PG with the hard finish.
There's 45 seconds left to play here in the first. Young against McCain. Pass to Alexander Walker. It's tipped. Got a piece of it. And they get it back. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's his second foul committed with a lot of game left. Gotta be careful.
Young against McCain. Second chance shot. He gets the shot to fall, and the defender wasn't set. He's called for the block and a three-point play chance here. The 76ers shooting their first free throw of the night here.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one falls for McCain. Young against McCain. Porzingis with a screen on McCain. And so it's Atlanta with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we'll be right back after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Atlanta.
They've put their hard hats on and gone to work on the offensive boards. Those second chance points can really energize a team.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they've continued to find ways to score.
The Hawks leading by 6. Andre Drummond is out there with Paul George. Then there's Edwards. Then there's Quentin Grimes. And it's McCain in at the point. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. Now here's Porzingis. He's coming off a 16-point game against Cleveland.
He's more than chipped in on the glass as well. Just a tremendous effort last time out.
Philadelphia with the ball, following the miss by Porzingis. Pass to Drummond. And here's Edwards from the arc. Hits the three-point bomb. Edwards got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the 76ers. Atlanta's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Here's Newell. Here's Alexander Walker, and he drops it in from the low post. Alexander Walker's got his first points in this one. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Drummond sets the screen for George. Oh, and the jam by Drummond.
And look at Drummond. capable of rising up and dropping an absolute hammer.
The Hawks leading by 3. And for over a decade in the NBA, Greg, Paul George was as scary a wing as you'd find.
Man, a two-way terror with elite size and athleticism. The Sixers paid him hoping for more of the same. But can he hold off Father Time?
McCain finds Edwards. Fades back. Rebound Atlanta. Kennard with the ball. Scoreless thus far. And the turnover again by Atlanta. Here's what the Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Monday, they'll go up against Cade Cunningham and the Detroit Pistons. Then on Wednesday, they'll be facing Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Now, here's Kennard. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Krejci passes to Porzingis. The Hawks working the ball around. 5 on the clock. Here's Krejci. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. In GA, the Hawks going young, trying to build a sustainable model for success.
Yeah, most of the starters not yet scratching their prime, so there's going to be some growing pains, but they're showing plenty of promise.
No good on that one. Well, Richard, it's definitely become a shooter's league. The ability to knock down threes now becoming pivotal.
Oh, I think it's fascinating to see the skills evolve and the game change. Even if, as someone who was a shooter later in his career, I feel a little bit left out.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Zachary Rizachet's checked in for Newell. Tyson Daniels comes in for Luke Kennard. Young is subbed in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Here's Edgecombe. 8 points his last outing. McCain gets a wide-open look. The 76ers again can't hit it. Here's Rizachet. Makes it off the glass. Rizachet's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, Rizachet has decent size, and he uses it well that time to put points on the board.
Here's Edgecombe. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Pass to George. Down low, Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
Well, it was the Hawks winning their last game against Cleveland. Daniels, a screen on George. Outside, Porzingis. Back to Rizachet. Three-pointer, Daniels. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far. Here's McCain. From outside, off the mark.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. The 76ers trail by 4. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. So Jared McCain, Richard, showed some serious promise in his rookie season until he was injured.
Yeah, it was cut short due to injury, but in those 23 games played, he averaged 15 points a game on a good shooting percentage. He's got a bright future.
And you think about the style of Sixers head coach Nick Nurse. Greg, what stands out to you?
He just has a willingness to experiment and adapt. That's a real asset with some of the challenges this roster has faced. And a big part of why this front office brought him in.
Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. And a change for the Hawks. Newell's checked in. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Teams try and get physical with Porzingis, and understandably so, but he is not having any of it right now.
Even after pivoting towards their youth, GA the Hawks last season had an improved record.
Yeah, they traded away a bunch of rotation veterans, but the young fellas showed they were ready to step in, and this group didn't miss a beat.
Knocked away. Porzingis with the steal. Pass to Young. Puts up a deep three. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. A nice shot by McCain. McCain's got 4 points in the quarter.
Let's just say this hasn't been his quarter. Yeah, he's shooting 20% in it so far.
And so Young will bring it up for Atlanta. They've led by as many as 11 points. To the inside. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Now, look, when Porzingis has it there's not much you can do defensively.
Here's George. 7 points in the game.
Who's got a ball?
5 to shoot. And it's Daniels with the rebound. The Hawks leading by 5. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks a lot. Joel Embiid is trying to stay on the court, and to that end, he's lost weight and he's embraced wearing a knee brace. He said, it's the right thing to do, giving me the support for the rest of my career. It may not look as good as it used to, with the jab or the pull-up and all that stuff, but it'll still work. Back to you, Kevin.
You got it, trying to stay healthy. Thanks a lot, Allie. And it's the 76ers with the ball. Following the bucket by the Hawks. And Grimes has it in the corner. Off target from outside. Atlanta's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Pass to Rizachet. They set the screen. Here's Newell. He's guarded by Grimes. Young for 3, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Driving the lane, Daniels with the steal. Now, here is Young. Pass to Rizachet. No good with the triple. The 76ers trail by 7. Inside, George. And it's George finishing it off.
Oh, we've seen George finish it so many times. PG, this man gets up with ease.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Some changes for Philadelphia. Edwards, he's checked in for George. And Maxey's subbed in for Quentin Grimes. Then for the Hawks, Okongwu comes in for Porzingis. And it's Johnson in for Newell. The Hawks leading by 5. Young outside. On the wing, Daniels. Jacks up a 3. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. And it's 6 points for Dyson Daniels.
If you give him that kind of separation, he's going to take full advantage.
Back to Maxey. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Hawks have gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Young, good.
And that corner 3 isn't a huge part of Young's game, but his accuracy can make it work.
The 76ers trail by 11. Pass to Edgecombe. Lets it go from 11. Rebound by the Hawks. Rizachet's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Here's McCain. That shot goes in. He now has 3 field goals and 6 misses today.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Atlanta leading by 9. Young outside. Pass to Rizachet. Back to Young. It's rebounded by Edgecombe.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Maxey, no good. The Hawks have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter. Just under 50% shooting. They get it again. It's good on the putback. Okongwu's now got the lead up to 11 now for the Hawks.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And Edgecombe gets it to go.
He's someone opposing defenses have a hard time game planning for.
Here's Young. He's got 15. Johnson outside. To the middle. Pass to Young. Launches a 3. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
That's number 2 for him from long range in the quarter. His 3rd overall.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Some changes for Philadelphia. Kelly Oubre comes in for Edwards. And Georgia subbed in for Jared McCain. Embiid kicks to Oubre. Pass to Edgecombe. Embiid sets the pick for George. Shot clock at 6. The 76ers again can't hit it.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Now here's Johnson. Shoots over Oubre. Johnson can't hit. Maxey passes to Oubre, and it's good. 2 points. Oubre's got his 2nd basket.
Crafty at cashing in from there. Oubre Jr. enjoys working on his interior game when given the opportunity.
There's 1:40 left in the first half of the game. Okongwu with a screen on George. To the paint. And Okongwu slams it in.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
We've got 1:23 left here in the second. Here's Maxey. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Willing that ball in. Tyrese Maxey has a nose for points.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And high-quality numbers for him all season long. How about 81 from the line?
Free throw good, Maxey.
The thing you love about Maxey is that he always has a smile when he's out there. He's enjoying himself, and he embraces the challenge that the game presents.
The Hawks working the ball around, and stolen by Daniels. Young from outside sinks the three-pointer. Young's got 21.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Now here's Embiid. 14 points from him the last game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
And defensively, he's been all over the place, wreaking havoc and pouncing on a number of steals.
40 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Now Rizachet. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game.
And even though he hasn't been himself, it hasn't affected his team too much. They've still got the lead.
Now here's Oubre, off target from three-point range. And here's Daniels. He's got 6. Young outside, takes the 3, bangs home the trifecta. Young's got the lead up to 12 now for the Hawks. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Hawks. And with his work in that quarter, he has 5 3-pointers in the game now. Quite a showing from long range. While we've got a moment now, let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
I'm here with Coach Quinn Snyder, and Coach, you're getting stops in the first half. What do you attribute to that?
Well, we're playing hard, scrambling, picking up our effort, trying to be precise and disciplined and tough. We're not resting on our laurels at any point.
Hopefully you can remain active on the defensive end in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in just a moment.
Hey folks, halftime here, and it's been the Trae Young show through the first half.
Trae Young's letting the defense have it in this one. When he's feeling his shot, he has such deep range, and you got to extend your defense way out.
And that, of course, causes other problems because he can drive it and dish it as well. And time now to swing it around as we take a look at the upcoming schedule.
It's a good opportunity for them to gain some momentum. On paper, they should win a lion's share of these matchups.
Well, we'll see if they can go on a run, and you're talking Lions. I'm saying they have the horses to do it. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. The backcourt guards are Young and Daniels. The small and power forwards are Reza Shea and Johnson. And it's Okongwu in at the 5, roaming the paint. So Richard from title contender to in the lottery. What went wrong for the Sixers last year?
Well, we could start at the top. Joel Embiid's health. He only played in 19 games. Then their young superstar Tyrese Maxey, he missed 30 games. And Paul George, he hyperextended his knee in the preseason and never looked comfortable all year. It was a nightmare year in Philly.
The 76ers trail by 9. No one near Edgecombe as he lets it fly. That 3 off the mark. The Hawks shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play.
Not an ideal start to the second half for them. 0 for 3.
Down low. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Okongwu. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. We take a look at the Hawks. Here in the early part of the season, they've acquired the 3rd best record in the conference. And, of course, the 76ers, a game behind.
Well, I think for the Sixers, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
From here on out is just about putting in the work. coming to every game ready to compete and never giving less than your best.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Now, here is Young. 24 points for him. Okongwu with a screen on George. Clock at 6. And that one's good. Riza Shea.
And it took some time, but hopefully getting that make will kind of kickstart and kind of wake them up here in this third quarter after missing their first few shots.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Drives to the hoop. Here's Maxey. Again, Philadelphia.
A nice start to the second half. They've made 3 out of their first 4 shots coming out of the break.
Young with the ball. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. And a wide open look for Daniel. A three-pointer off the mark.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks for range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Pass to Edgecombe. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Embiid. In close, Embiid gets it to fall.
Okay, so they've looked energized and focused starting this half. Coming out of the break, making 4 out of their first 5.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
And let's see some of the numbers here for Okongwu. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And back to his phenomenal efficiency from 3, top 10 in the league. His consistent shooting creates so many openings in the defense. Out to the right wing. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Here's Daniels. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
So we're talking about Dyson Daniels here, Greg. Just how incredible a defender is this kid?
I mean, last season he came in second in terms of voting for Defensive Player of the Year, led the league in steals, and this young man's just getting started. It used to be a problem for a long time.
And the plan going into last season for the Sixers, Richard, was win now around their veterans. Now they have some great younger talent, too.
And with the health of Embiid and Paul George, a change to the younger players is not a bad idea, but it's still a tough decision.
Now, here is Young. After the miss from Tyrese Maxey. Here's Oubre. A beautiful reverse layup. Oubre's got 8 points.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Young looking it over. Atlanta again missing. The 76ers trail by 5 to the inside. It's good. Oubre's got 4 this quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements. Inside. And Riza Shea. The bucket on the assist from Young. And it's 8 points for Riza Shea. Maxey against Young. Outside, Maxey. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Sometimes you just got to look away, man. I felt that move from Maxey.
Here's Riza Shea. 8 points for him. On the wing, Daniels. Fires Here's the three. Buries it from three-point range. 11 points in the game.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Pass to Edgecombe. George with no one around. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. The Hawks leading by 6. Here's Young. He's got 24. Here's Okongwu. Off target with his three.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Pass to George. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
Sweet touch inside the paint. George is so comfortable at that range.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And a look at the block shot number over the last few seasons for Kristaps Porzingis.
Unfortunately, his block numbers have been going down the last couple seasons. Offensive players seem to have figured out ways to get around him to limit his impact.
The Hawks leading by 4. Outside Daniels. Young outside. And the rejection by Embiid.
You see how impactful of a defender Embiid is. He erases shots around that rim.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Now, here is George. He's got 11. Embiid kicks to Oubre. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Atlanta has gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Oh, they've done a lot of damage in transition. Every time they see a chance to push the tempo, they're gone.
And also, guys, how about the hustle we've seen on the boards?
Mind the lanes.
They're getting
Mind
after it and cashing in on second chance scoring opportunities.
Quentin Grimes is checked in for the 76ers. Jared McCain comes in for Edgecombe. The 76ers trail by 7. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Oh, what a dunk by Embiid. He's just doing big man things the way big men should.
Hawks have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. To the paint, it's tipped. Reza Shea finds Okongwu. Shot clock at 5. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Kicks it out to Johnson. There's the triple. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 6 rebounds here tonight. In the corner, it's McCain. No good on the 3. Atlanta leading by 5. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you. The Sixers are trying to pull it all together. Joel Embiid said, "We still can compete for a championship, but this is going to take time. We have a lot of talent, but we still have to go out and actually do it. It's just hard. We've got a pretty good chance to accomplish something." Kevin, back to you.
It's all about health. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. And the 3 ball is good.
No one there to contest, so he just drops it in like he's at the rec league.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
And a chance to check out Joel Embiid here. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. He's averaging about 19 points per, 14 rebounds, and 2 assists. And what a force he is on the glass. Just inhales rebounds.
And he can go around his opponent, over his opponent, through his opponent. A true triple threat.
Reza Shea with it. He's guarded by Grimes. To the middle. Here's Okongwu. And it's Okongwu slamming it down.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Here's Maxey following the bucket by the Hawks. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
Well, Maxey's offensive output can be overwhelming. He's so fast and has so many ways to attack you.
Okongwu a screen. Alexander Walker. That one good for 2. Alexander Walker's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go. Pass to Embiid. Back to McCain. McCain against Daniels. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And it's a 6-point Atlanta lead.
In the second half, we've seen him refocus his shooting. Much fewer wasted possessions.
The shot by George, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Alexander Walker passes to Johnson. Here's Riesesheim. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
It's McCain on the wing. And again, Philadelphia turns it over. Let's bring out the 2K leaderboard to see the best up-tempo teams in the league. The 76ers 3rd. The 4th spot held by the Hawks.
And both squads extremely adept in transition. They like to get out and run, guys. And this is a battle of greyhounds.
Drummond's checked in for Philadelphia. Atlanta also making some changes here. Porzingis is checked in for Okongwu. Newell comes in for Riesesheim. And it's Kennard in for Dyson Daniel. Alexander Walker on the wing. He's covered by Maxey. Porzingis kicks to Kennard. Rebound by the 76ers. Drummond's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Down low. That's good, and the Atlanta lead is cut down to just 6 points and the bucket from Paul George.
Oh, when PG catches fire, few things can put him out. We've seen him go off tonight.
Johnson outside. Back to Alexander Walker. And the 3 off target.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And Asa Newell will pick up the foul. That's his 1st foul. And the 76ers making a change here. Edwards is checked in. Then for the Hawks, Krejci's checked in. And Trae Young subbed in for Kennard. 1:19 left to play here in the 3rd. Here's George. The 76ers again can't hit it. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Pass to George from downtown. That will fall for his 7th bucket, 7 for 15 in this game.
His first triple of the second half. Can he get it going?
The Hawks leading by 3. Now, Alexander Walker. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Young's shot is off.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
The 76ers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight, and he can't get the first one.
You can't say enough about the leadership that George brings to his team. He is a major force in the locker room.
The 76ers making a switch here. Edgecombe's checked in. Atlanta shooting 39% from the floor since the half. Not really what they had in mind. Young passes to Alexander Walker. Here's Krejci. There's the 3. Connects from 3-point range.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Grimes trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. The third quarter comes to a close. It's Atlanta. They're up by 5. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big man in the league today than we've ever seen.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Edwards is out there with Quentin Grimes. Then there's Edgecombe. Then there's Embiid. And it's McCain in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Count the basket.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Screen by Porzingis. The three. It's good from long range. And the Hawks lead by 6.
Porzingis breaking tendencies with that catch and shoot.
Edgecombe with it. Pass to Grimes. Here's Edgecombe. Uses the glass to finish the layup. That's 10 points here for P.J. Edgecombe.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Young in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
And the shooting percentage, it's taken a dip in this second half.
The Hawks leading by 4. Inside. That shot off. Good D by Embiid. Here's Grimes, and again, it's Philadelphia.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Alexander Walker. Here's Newell. Pass to Porzingis. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And all quarter long, he's been zeroed in and knocks down big shot after big shot here in the fourth.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Embiid against Porzingis. The 10-footer. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Young outside. Pass to Porzingis. Here's Krejci. He's guarded by Grimes. Young from outside. It's rebounded by Edgecombe.
You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The three-point stroke is off.
Now Embiid, defended by Young, and the foul called on Porzingis. That's foul number 2 for him. Kelly Oubre's checked in for Philadelphia. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Okongwu's checked in for Newell. It's McCain on the wing. Defended by Young. 6 to shoot. Back to Embiid. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Young against McCain. Pass to Alexander Walker. Crafty move. Young trying to break free. And the basket by Krejci. And the Hawks lead by 4.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
And Philadelphia has possession, following the bucket by the Hawks. Embiid against Porzingis. Back to McCain. Embiid sets the pick for McCain. From the arc. Atlanta with the rebound. Porzingis feeling it out a bit, and they pick up 2. And now a 6-point Atlanta lead.
Nice shot, Porzingis, with the length and the touch.
Philadelphia has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Pass to Grimes. Rebound by the Hawks. Okongwu's now got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Young with the ball. Now defended by Embiid. To the paint. Got a piece of it. Porzingis. Oubre pulls it in. And so it's Oubre with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. They trail by 6. Edgecombe, no good. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Out to the right wing. Krejci passes to Porzingis. Shoots over Oubre, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. For Philadelphia, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the 4th, 4 of 9. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Some changes for Philadelphia. Drummond's checked in for Joel Embiid. Paul George comes in for Quentin Grimes. And Maxey subbed in for Jared McCain. Maxey kicks to Oubre. Unloads from 13. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
Such great feel for the game and where his teammates are. Maxey letting his basketball IQ take over.
Here's Rizachet. Chalk up 2 there. And the Hawks lead by 6.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. George, no good.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Here's Johnson. And then Johnson with the dunk.
And it is so much fun watching these guys just throw it down. Jalen Johnson can do it with the best of them.
Pass to Edgecombe. And here is Drummond. Outside, Maxey sinks the triple.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
The Hawks leading by 5. Young passes to Okongwu. Back to Young. Lock at 6. No good from outside.
The way he started this game, you wondered if he'd ever cool down, and the answer is yes.
Pass to Oubre. George sets a screen for Edgecombe. And George kicks to Oubre. Oh, here we go with Okongwu and nobody back. Good for the basket, number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
And this is why turnovers give coaches and fans gray hairs.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Embiid, he's checked in for Drummond. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
I had a chance to find out what Nick Nurse was discussing with his players. He told his players, "We are right there, guys. This game is ours. Continue to work hard, and we will win this game."
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. The 76ers trail by 7. Pass to Edgecombe. Now, here's George. To the inside. Here's Embiid. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
The Hawks leading by 7. Now, Reza Shea. Outside Daniels. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Pass to Reza Shea. Back to Johnson. Young for 3. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Hawks lead by 9.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
The 3 from George. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got his 16th rebound on the night. Left side, Daniel. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feed. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game. The 76ers have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the 4th. Deflects the pass and stolen by Daniels. Now Johnson. Puts up the 3. Not gonna go.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3 ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
And Maxey is just terrific on the drive. His speed and ability to finish is different in so many ways.
Young outside. Reza Shea with it. Johnson outside. And the 3 misses. Now Oubre. Ball's knocked loose and is out of bounds. Last touch by Young. Johnson against Oubre.
Oh, that's just effort by Jalen Johnson. Stayed with his assignment defensively.
Embiid with the rebound. And it's Jalen Johnson with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. The 76ers trail by 10. Here's Maxey. And he hits the jumper.
When Maxey is feeling himself, he can really fill up that stat sheet.
Hawks shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Daniels fires. And down goes the 3.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
Young with the steal. Now Johnson from deep. The 3 goes down.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Hawks.
Tonight, they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Onyeka Okongwu.
And what effort he had on the board, displaying some great fight, willing to battle down low.
And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Riza with it, working on George. Here's Young from outside. Cleared away by George. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
Trey, this is a young team. Talk about the chemistry and the connection and how you play together.
You're around us outside of the locker room. You can tell why we support each other so well, and the energy we have for each other on the court. You can tell the reason why we do that. And I love this group.
The connection is there on and off the court, guys.
And as always, Allie, thank you so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you so much for watching tonight's presentation. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Onyeka Okongwu.